Hey everybody, Abe Brown here, coming back to you with part 3 of Tame the Wind, or Turn Your Sails. Thanks for tuning in. As we all know, 2020 was a challenging year, it was a tough year, to say the least. That was a year, I think, that defied our expectations, it attacked our hopes and dreams, and it brought more division than any other year in recent memory. On the other hand, it brought incredible opportunities for growth, connection, and empowerment for those of us who were looking for it. If anything, it reinforced the idea that in 2021, there's no point in trying to tame the wind. Simply turn your sails and adjust your approach. We don't know what's coming, but we can be intelligent and strategic about how we're going to face it. So we've been sharing 7 keys we can leverage in 2021. These aren't goals. These are a framework for living. The first is this, that alignment leads to abundance. The second is that your lens determines your life. And the third is that letting go leads to living. We're going to look at 2 more here, but if you missed those first 3, please go back and check out part 1 and part 2 of this little video series. The fourth sort of key that we can leverage in 2021 if we want to turn our sails rather than trying to tame the wind is this: create community. Create community. Now, for so many of us, 2020 was a year of trauma. And it led me to ask this question. I did a lot of work with leaders in 2020, tons and tons of work with leaders who are having to lead their teams in a time of trauma. Here's the question: how should leaders show up in times of trauma? This is so important. And I just want to say this: stop selling stuff and start creating community, right? Stop selling your cause, your service, your program, your package, your thing, and start creating community. I'm not telling you to go out of business. I mean, keep selling your stuff. But if you're selling your stuff and you're not creating community as a leader, if you're not building tribe, I think there's something wrong. Mother Teresa, you know what? She said this. She said, if we have no peace, it's because we've forgotten that we belong to each other. That is so profoundly powerful. If we have no peace, it's because we've forgotten that we belong to each other. I belong to you. You belong to me. We belong to one another. Martin Luther King Jr. said it like this. He said, whatever affects one directly affects all of us indirectly. He went on and said, I can never be what I ought to be until you are what you ought to be. This is the interrelated structure of reality. And so as a leader in 2021, can I encourage you to model empathy in everything that you do and everything that you say? If some leaders would just model empathy, it would change the very substance and structure of their entire leadership. But number 2, create community. In everything that we do, create and build community. Ask yourself before you make a decision, will this build community? And number 3, protect your tribe, right? We need to create a society where rather than stabbing each other in the back, we have each other's back. We need to create a culture on social media rather than using social media as a platform to tear people down. That we use social media as a platform to elevate people, to empower them, to strengthen them, to give them hope. Protect your tribe in 2021 because at the end of the day, you want to make sure you're supporting people. That's number 4. Number 5 is this: your words define your way. Now, one of the best ways to manage your mind and to manage your mood is to manage your mouth. Muhammad Ali began calling himself the greatest before he had any real right. Here's the truth. It's the repetition of affirmation that leads to belief. And once the belief becomes a deep conviction, things begin to happen. What is more important than your actual story is the story that you tell yourself. And mantras are a way in which we can tell a story to ourselves that supports us, a story that empowers us, a story that lifts us. Now, originally, the mantra was a word. It was a phrase. It was a sound. A mantra is a word or a phrase that we repeat in a prayerful or a meditative way. In the Sanskrit language, the word mantra can be broken down to the word man, which in their language means to think, and the suffix tra, which means tool. So literally, a mantra is a thinking tool. The repetition of a mantra is thought to affirm its meaning to ourselves, and literally it rewires your brain. It has the potential of cementing a core belief into your core being. Mantras are a thinking tool. Everyone already has a mantra, whether you're aware of it or not. It's just the way our brains work. The question is your mantra healthy? Is it unhealthy, right? Is it empowering or is it disempowering? Is it supportive or is it non-supportive? Let me give you some examples of some healthy, supportive mantras. I got this. I am happy. I am healthy. I am capable. I have confidence in my skills. Happiness is within my grasp. I'm confident in the presence of others. Success is my driving force. Every day, in every way, I'm getting better and better and better. You see, imagine if you were repeating mantras like that to yourself. Imagine the power that would be unleashed if you took the story that you told about yourself and you empowered it. You see, the story we tell about our life becomes the story of our life. Let me say that again. The story we tell about our life becomes the story of our life. The narrative we tell our team, our business, our brand, our organization, our family becomes the story others eventually tell about it. This internalized narrative is a phenomenon that we need to tap into and to make sure that we leverage it. You know what? The ancient Egyptians believed that the seat of the soul was the tongue. Using it as our rudder, our words as the oar, we kind of steer our way across the waters, the oceans to our destiny. Think about this. Your words, they shape your story, and this story becomes the framework for your behaviors. And your behaviors determine the way you lead your life, the way you run your entire organization. So please, folks, use your words wisely because your words determine your way. Please tune in to our next video where we're going to conclude this little series on 7 keys we can leverage in 2021. And remember this, in 2021, there's no point in trying to tame the wind. Simply turn your sails and adjust your approach. You don't know what's coming, but you can be intelligent and strategic about how you're going to face it. Please do take a moment to comment below. Thank you for watching this video. Please share it. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Coach Abe and on Facebook at Abe Brown, author, speaker, coach. Thank you so much.